And we're back with another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIII, also known as I'd Rather Have Hemorrhoids. I'm your host, RPG Guy. Let's continue! Okay, so let's go to the next floor. For we are done on this one. And like I said, we're going to see if we can find anything that'll get us more gil. As the enemies are still dropping pretty lame stuff, the quests haven't really given us anything that valuable, worth revisiting over and over again. And if we're still struggling to find stuff, we might just have to do something akin to, like, kind of going backwards in the game and, like, trying some of the quests we've already completed to see if they give us something that's actually better. Again, that's it. We're just at the mercy of the game.
What's that? Waiting for us, huh? Get back!
I didn't even see it do anything.
What's this? Some kind of trap?
Or some kind of shortcut? To continue ascending Tajan's tower, you must accept the complete missions from the 3 colossal Menarim on the tower's 2nd tier. The route to the tower's apex will remain closed until all of Menhirim's tasks are done. Yay. Luckily, we're getting some robot tier enemies. What's up, my bro? Okay. Boing. And it's over there. Simple enough. Take a scan of these dudes, because I think these are the other primary enemies we're going to bump into here. Water. Nothing but water.
Take that! Hardly worth the effort.
And boom goes the dynamite. You get a drop on him, that's a pretty good CP fight right there. See ya, bro. And incoming. So, lightning. Or thunder. And he has physical damage, so no reason to change paradigms unless we need a heal.
Time for another approach. Thank you. Keep the enemy off balance.
Get some. Just keep him floating. Like so. Why let it come down? And we get Age Assault for our trouble. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Speed Sash, okay. And now he will be a happy camper. We can only hope. Why can't I... There we go. And what would you like, sir? Ambling bellows, huh? So they're making us do these. So here's again, you're not going to get out of it, right? This one's probably on the far side where we got to beat that one. So you can't get out of doing the quest, right? So once you get to the tower, so these, and they're technically sea stones. So as far as I'm concerned, what's the point, right? I mean, I don't mean it like what's the point, like, well, what's the point of doing this? It's like there's no point in not doing them earlier, because you're just going to be forced to do them when you get here. There he is with his friends. We can try to get a drop on him. Because if we can do that, that would really help. He's just going to probably invite more of those guys to fight us. So we can get at least a preemptive. All the better. And then go after the ambling bellows or whatever first. Alright, we got our setups here. And we've already staggered him. Good. And we're going to kill his little ads. Keep that pain train flowing. Oh shit. Excuse me. Yeah, we're just gonna have to beat him down once we heal. Alright, that killed him, so now we can kill his buddies. The big threat's out of the way. Not out of the woods yet.
Time for another approach.
And this is the problem.
And so it ends.
Yeah, no shit, lady. Okay, yeah, the problem here is that we take so much freaking damage from them. And yeah, I kind of screwed the ending of that fight up a wee bit, so we gotta rectify that. Which I will by being lazy. Since we have an extra one of these. And I'm just lazy. And I don't mean it in a bad way, it's just I hate this fight. I hate this particular setup of fights where they bring in an enemy that's just so freaking powerful that you gotta fight it in such a specific, hyper-specific way. See, this is what I should have done the whole time, was go with this, because look, it's almost dead. Okay, at least the things aren't buffed. Nice. And there we go. See? When in doubt, isn't even worth the particle accelerators. That might be worth repeating, but the difficulty of it, maybe not so much. I'm not committed to that one yet. Say so. Okay. Not really a way to get up there. So we gotta go back this way, I'm assuming? Oh yeah, we have to, because there's where the fight is. So this is just gonna be a bad time till we get him out of there. She not doing anything? What the hell? She's doing nothing to enfeeble the enemy here. That's not good. Must be because she knows he's immune. Oh well, yeah, he's immune to all the status effects. So that okay. Now he's vulnerable to kind of everything. And there we go. So far, the robot one seems the most promising here. And it put out the fire. Yay!
Hey, hey.
We won't make a save though. If it'll let us. Saving is your best friend.
Right, here we go again.
Can't take a hint.
You're one to talk.
Huh? Woo! I'll be damned.
Are they sad? Well, I guess the way is open now.
See, that is an interesting concept. Again, like I said, this game has interesting foundations. They just suck at executing, and this game sucks at its execution of everything. And I think that's why it's not, you know, I've played a lot of bad games, and in all fairness, forced myself to continue to play them because I was having fun with how terrible the game is. The game, or the game, that intermediate game was, let's say. This game is a little different in which that it is terrible and I'm not having fun. And I don't find any of this interesting or fascinating at all. And again, I know a lot of people did this, might be their first exposure to the franchise, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, there's variables to this that are just so blech. Now, we would only fight them if we got the drop on them. I'm not going to waste your guys' time and my time with an enemy fight that's not really worth it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. You like how the enemies are moving a little faster, don't you? I'm still able to dodge them like a champ. Whee! Nice. By the power of Grayskull. And we can now reach the fourth
Something that'll help.
tier. I think we broke one of those apart to find out it was pointless. We just got more. Okay, in we go. And as you can see, we can now activate all the way to the ground floor. We'll go to the 4th floor. Do. And let's take a look at this floor here.
Go look ahead.
There's 2 little areas of interest. Let's make a save. I'm actually going to go the other way first. Let me just make sure that that's safe. I get the feeling it didn't. Even though I know it did, it just feels like it didn't. Okay. Alright. Control. There we go. We're going to grab that chest first. Nice. Okay, that takes us to the 6th. Let's go the other way. Do these floors in order here, just to make sure we get and find everything we're looking for. Dodge that one. They run really fast. Up we go. Do, 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 do. The stop lingerie. And no, not laundry, lingerie. Ancient bones. Speedy little guys who will probably catch me, so let's go this way. Look at the map here. So we've got some stones here. The hell? Let's see. Mushusu. I think this is it. I don't remember this floor being the layout it is, though. We'll see. We'll use a Libra scope this time. Okay, so we'll go after them. So let me just tell you what's going on. One of the Falsi, or I'm sorry, one of the sea statues here is going to give us the opportunity to really level up on an item drop. So far we haven't gotten. I was hoping I'd keep it kind of a surprise, but I know it's either this one or the one across the way. Or it's on the top floor, or it's on the 6th floor, not the top floor, the 6th floor. It's either on this floor or the 6th floor. That's why I went around to the elevator and then it's like, oh, 6th floor? I don't think it was on that floor. I think it was on the 5th floor. So it's either this statue or the statue across the way. That's going to give us, I believe, what we're looking for, drop-wise. And pretty much what that means There's our stagger. And pretty much what that means is it just gives us access to powering through getting Gil. Because we're in a dire need for that money. And I'll know once I see the drops, because we'll know. Okay, so what do we get for this? I think this is the one. And here's how we're gonna know. So we don't have to go across the way and then come back and deal with this. This one is one we could repeat several times, but we're gonna find out real quick if it is the one. Because we're gonna go to the save point on the 4th tier and see. If it is the one that we're looking for, look at how easy it is to just redo that one. And I want to double check to make sure. Because that's the first time we've actually just had an item that's not an electronic. Okay, or an equipable item. So, and it's not technically the first time, but it's the first time it's been something we've not seen before. And you'll see what I mean once we experiment with this, because it's either this statue or the statue across the way. I want to say it's this one. Just go. I don't care which one it is. Yeah. See, look. So 6,000 gil, and it's not for. And look, it's the seed of an annual wildflower that blooms at twilight can be sold for a premium. We can repeat that fight as many times as we want and get 6,000 gil every single time we do it. There's 60 grand right there as well that we can do later. So repeating that simple fight nets us, well, 6 times 6 is what? There's 12, 36, right? So that's 36,000 every time we fight it. Could have just done this. So if you're wondering where our money's gonna come from, it's probably gonna come from here, because that fight doesn't take that long, and when we're getting that many on top of everything else going on, no complaint from me. Now I don't think you get 6 every time. I think that might be just the first time. Let's make a save though. We'll run it again, because I want to know. Like I said, I don't play this game often enough or care about it often enough to commit like all of this to memory. So it's like one of the things is, as soon as we got to Titan Tower, I'm like, oh yeah. I actually thought this was in the next chapter. And as you can see, this is a very long, drawn-out chapter, even without the grinding. And these enemies would be kicking your proverbial butt, so if you didn't grind and max out the Crystarium anyway. So I think our strategy for the attempt on this is still sound. But we're easily spending 4 hours of grinding here for Gil and for everything else that we need. So, joking matters aside, it is a very gratuitous process. Whatever. Let's see, now we can't do this. So I'm wondering, it won't let us repeat it. I have a feeling we actually got to get further in this dungeon in order to get them to repeat. But I believe strongly that that's the one you got to do. So I want to say once we unlock all of the statues and in a sense finish this area, we can go ahead and do it. We can repeat it. Where am I going? Whole out of nowhere. Okay. So the only way to get over there looks like using that other elevator from earlier. Okay. So yeah, so we gotta. So I'm going to assume that we can't, as you can clearly see, we can't grind here yet. But I do believe that our grinding sessions will be coming soon. I don't really want to fight these guys. I do believe we have his, yeah. Why would they call it 6th tier if it's on the same floor? Maybe it's just the system they're using. I'm not going to worry about it. Now, some of you might be saying, why all this guild? We'll worry about guild grinding. And I'll just be frank, it has that to do with trying to evolve the weapons, because we need as much money to figure out what, like, catalysts we need to do it, because we clearly don't have access to all of these things. And what I mean by that is that, like, the current weapon that we've been leveling the shit out of right now, unfortunately, we can't evolve it, and it's really high level already. If the fact that we can't evolve it means we're missing something. And so we got to figure out what the hell we're missing, in a sense, in order to solve the problem. And it has to do with we don't probably have either the catalysts. We don't have the right catalysts. And the catalysts, I believe, are those stones that cost like 250,000 gil. Some of them are 80 to 90,000. So as you can see, the reason to want to repeat that fight, and hopefully, even if we only got one, it's 6,000 gil every time we run that. The fact we got 6 of them right out of the gate, me likey. I don't think that I have a strong feeling we're not going to get 6 every time. Though, I will not complain if we do. But yeah, completing this dungeon is probably what we're going to have to do, ooh boy, in order to knock a lot of this out. Okay. So this game would even punish you, because look at what you have to do to actually move further in the game, right? You have to actually win fights. You can't just dodge every enemy. And like I said, the only reason we're doing it is because there's no urgency for us to do it right now. There's no urgency for us to pick fights with these enemies because we've CP'd ourselves out. So somehow we're supposed to get over there. Have we been over there before? Does not look like it. So looks like there's yep, an event over there we'll go check out. And there we go. Works for me. Who were they? Oh, flying enemies that I don't really want to fight. Who would have thunk? Okay, so we can reach the new location. See ya, bro. Big one over there. Must be downstairs. There's the dude we gotta beat up. Oh boy. Let's see if we can get the drop on him. Moves so quickly, I doubt we will. So let's just go pick a fight with Mr. Red Nipples here. But those are his nipples, okay? Don't judge. So, he's a big, big asshole. Good to know. Clearly we've got to break through his shield here. And now he's normal resistance, so let's shift to aggression here. You get slowed, we got slowed.
Steady now. Don't give up.
Heal up.
Thank you. New strategy. You asked for it.
Don't worry.
Steady now. Thanks.
And bringing on that pain train. Do 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 do.
Eat this. Keep a cool head.
We should finish him here. There we go. Cobaltite, however you want to pronounce it. Makes up for the Libra scope I burned through earlier. Get a big one here. We're probably gonna have to fight something like that. It's kind of back the way we came. I'll check right out here though. That's where another one's gonna be. Okay. Yep, it's a process. But like I said, as soon as we finish this tower, may the grinding for Gil begin. Save every freaking chance I get. Wait a minute. Did I read this wrong when we were on this map here? Wait a minute. Maybe we had to leave the room so he'd spawn? I don't know. I don't care. We'll go pick a fight. That was weird, wasn't it? He's in here somewhere. Maybe he is this giant thing. No, it's a tyrant. Attacks are normal, huh?
Keep a cool head.
We'll have to figure it out. It could be on the floors above us, too, but I don't know. Do. And there he goes. Maybe I misunderstood. I don't want to abandon it. I want to... Hold on a second. Wondering if he will change the layout of the floor, and that's why we're having trouble finding this entity.
Back again. I'm getting tired of this. Let's double back.
Great.
When it rains, it pours.
So we literally can't go over there. It says it's there, like, on the stairway somewhere. Then when we went to deal with it, it wasn't there. Almost like it's just giving me the big fucking finger. entrance? Way over there. Alright, let's see if we can fucking figure this out, because it keeps moving. I'm wondering if... Or maybe it was just glitching out or something. I don't know. Not much we could have done about it regardless, but still. It's annoying as hell. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Now we'll go after the big guy whose weakness is magic in general. Okay. He likes to cast lots of magic, that's for sure.
Steady now. Stay calm.
Come on. And there we go, got him. Okay.
Did it.
Only because I just don't feel like fighting battles that give us nothing beneficial that all that much. Like I said, I know a lot of you are just cringing that I'm avoiding all the fights, but you saw our CP. And if I need more CP, I know where to go and get it. Just saying. Not like we have to go very far.
Pick on something your own size. No, no. My bad. They saved us again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to help us?
Can you give us $50?
blessings. The way's clear.
Right.
Again, gauntlet for the sake of... Everything in here is a gauntlet. And I think the other issue, like with Final Fantasy X, is because you're constantly interacting with the sphere grid. Whereas this, you've noticed we've been able to max it out and then just have nothing really to do. There's no money dropped from enemies, so there's no point in building up your weaponry, right? Unless you're selling off your items that you use to raise the multipliers. So there's nothing to do other than constantly work your way forward in the gauntlet of hallways, which is what this game's criticism is seriously about. That a lot of people had issues with. It's one of the few times the mass people outraged over some part of the game were actually kind of right. And they were right in the sense that it is a relentless hallway simulation game because there's nothing really to do in between hallways. There isn't. You're just constantly pushing the story forward. And I'm sure many of you have even noticed I don't use the summons. Right? And that was even before we started level grinding. There's so little reason to utilize them. It's almost trivial and or pointless. It's really just constant battling and battling and battling and battling and battling. Like I said, as we're getting through this dump, we will eventually have to grind that fight you saw earlier for more of those goodies. Which is because I want the gil and I want to figure out this weapon evolution thing. And if we have a good or near infinite supply of gil, other than a time commitment to acquire it, then for me that's a win-win. Because then we can start figuring this out. And then maybe I can give you some sound advice on that front. Or rather, on that affront. Open sesame. Wait a minute. I just want to check and make sure that we are legitimately... I don't think we're done, per se, with the tower, but I want to make sure, because we're right by where that area is. Because if it's accepting... I don't think we're done, but if it's allowing me to grind... If it'll give me the ability to grind that mission, so be it. We'll do it now. And... definitely be exploiting the crap out of it. It doesn't look like it's available. Let's just see. I don't think it's available yet. We still got to get further. Yeah, it's not available. So there's still more of this tower, in a sense, to go. But probably what will end up happening in the next episode is we'll probably get... If we don't complete the tower, we'll be really close to completing the tower. If we do complete the tower... we will beeline right back here, and I will grind some more of that gil, and I will show you what I'm talking about with maybe trying to figure out some of the weapon upgrading and all of that. And we'll have to make an executive decision on what weapons we want to give our characters. And we're going to work on all of it just in case they get split up or I get forced a certain grouping of characters later in the game, because I don't want to get stuck with that. And that is something that will happen, so... Anywho, let's make a save. Well, let's see how much money we actually could technically have on us here. What do we actually need? I believe we need one of these. I know I don't have that kind of money. It's 36. Even if I sold the particle accelerators, another 15. Yeah, so And the 60,000. So we probably have 130 some odd thousand on us that we can legitimately dump. And that's it. I don't want to dump the golden nugget unless I absolutely have to. There's another 12. So easily 100k. But we don't have enough to buy any of the trapezohedron we can't buy. We can't buy either of these. This is in range, but it's not what we need. So these are the catalysts that transform our weapons. And for me, we have the upgrades. We have the means to get stuff to upgrade the weapons. We have a lot of that, so we don't need that much. We need this stuff. And there's another place where we can find some too, down in here, right? And we have almost one of all of these except for the perovskite. But this is not expensive, so I'm not necessarily worried about it. It's the other ones that I believe that we're going to need, and that we can't do much until we get access to that area of the... until we get access to gaining some gil, we can't even buy those items. And so it, I think, is in our best interest. Look, we can buy a lot of the shit here. Amplifiers, perfect conductors, piezoelectric element. We could buy all of this too with that gil. There's the bomb fragments. So we can buy a lot of the shit that we need on top of that. So really just getting the gil is important. But when we were grinding CPU, it gave us a good stock to get us started. But we're still very much and very far away from actually getting to where we need to in order to, in a sense, unlock. I want to say it was that fight because I'm pretty sure we could repeat that. Now, are we going to get 6 of those every time? I don't think so. I think worst case is it gives us 1. But 6k, and then this is going to take hours. But I have a strong feeling that we would actually be able to repeat that fight and get 6 every time. And then we would have, you know, a large amount of them to burn, and in turn, we'll level our gear. So anyway, I'm not going to keep going for right now. Next episode, we're going to try to finish the tower, if possible. And any extra time we have, we're going to come back and grind. Or I might just do a whole grind episode, just so you guys can see what goes into it. Or I'm going to grind a whole bunch, and then we're going to do some gear evolution. And see what we can do for weaponry and try to get the best weapons at the time, that we can get at this time, and save the rest for later stuff. So anyways, again, thanks for stopping by, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ActarStudios for more live gaming action. And when we come back, more Taijin Tower and more grinding fun to come. We'll see you guys next time.